Hi, and welcome to another goofy, unprofessional, hopefully not too boring episode of the Dream Girl Truckin' Channel. All right, so tonight, this evening, it's not full dark yet, but this evening I want to talk about. I've been with Bay and Bay for a whole year. So, a lot of y'all have seen my other videos and know that I talk about all the different places where I work. And usually I'm lucky if I can stand to work in one place for 6 months. I mean, I have to really force myself, and sometimes I don't make it. So, Bay and Bay, it's been 12 whole months, and it's really great. Not really great at Bay and Bay, but really great that I've been here for 12 whole months. So, first of all, I want to talk about my glasses. And then, second of all, I want to talk about the bright light that's in my eyes because Freightliners are not made for filming. Like, even during the day, the lighting is really bad unless I'm up in the front, and then it's hard to prop up whatever I'm using as a camera. I'm using the tablet right now. It takes better pictures. Like some of the stuff that I just use the phone, it looks like it's just me with two black things on either side, of my picture. So anyway, I am still wearing my glasses. I probably won't get to wear my contacts for another year because I just left them in all the time. I put them in and leave them in for 2 months. I'd go swimming and open my eyes underwater and everything. And so I didn't have a cut on my eye. Turned out to be an infection. So I took antibiotics, which was eye drops, and there was like battery acid in my eye. And so then I went back, and the little doctor girl said that it was all better, and she gave me some contacts that have to come out every night. I can wear them for a month, but I have to take them out every night. Okay, I said, I promise. And I wore them for 3 days, and then they just started bothering my eye, and it's this eye over here, which I think it shrunk, y'all. I think it shrunk, and it like permanently squints because I was noticing. I think this eyebrow goes up higher than the other one does now. What do y'all think? Do you think that? Anyway, so and next I want to talk about my lighting situation because I've got like all this kind of stuff propped up so that the camera will be right on me instead of like up, looking at me, which is annoying. And so I have this little push light that usually I keep it in my closet, and usually I use my flashlight, but I guess I'm just too lazy to get that tonight. And so the push light is right there next to the camera lens. So if I look at it, I'm gonna go blind, and it's just like this whole. My eyes are just against me. They just want me to close them, I guess, and drive around. I'm in Utah, in Ogden, Utah, at the Flying J. I just went in and had breakfast for dinner at Denny's. So, and I had a nice shower, and so I'm ready to come and make a video and tell you guys about my 1 year of torture at Bay and Bay. No, just kidding. It wasn't really torture. Bay and Bay fits me. I gripe about it a lot. Really, I guess I don't. I feel like I do. But because I know a lot of y'all ask me, like, are you still at Bay and Bay, and stuff like that. And Cupcake, my girl, she told me about a place to call, and I looked up that place, and I don't like the fact that they have driver facing cameras. Bay and Bay has driver facing cameras, but they are not picky about stuff. I mean, they take our picture at the most ridiculous times, but we don't get a call. The box doesn't talk to us. The safety man doesn't call me and say, oh, you went over the white line and because you're eating a candy bar. Nothing like that. So and then I was in well, that was for the outside. I was going to say I was in Chicago and somebody knocked my mirror off and they were able to look and see, but they say it doesn't have any sound on it. Violet said that hers has sound. Because you can log into a website and look at all the times that it took your picture for goofy stuff. which it does. One time it took my picture because I was driving on a bumpy road, which it was, the lane was bumpy. I can't remember if that was 40 or 44 or 80, but it was 40 or 80, I'm sure. And one of them, in one of the lanes is all tore up, and I can't remember which one of those states it is. I don't go to California. I'm always coming out of Utah. Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know when it was, but it took my picture because I didn't get out of the bumpy lane. Well, the truck only goes 68 miles an hour. It's a company truck. The lease purchase trucks go faster. So 68 miles an hour, that's not too bad. I mean, it's better than 65. Well, it's 65 on the foot, 68 on the cruise. So that's not bad. And the driver-facing camera doesn't bother me. If they're picky or they didn't let us talk on our phone, some places don't let you talk on your phone. If you get on your phone, they'll call you, oh, you're fired, whatever. Well, so anyway, so that's not too bad, but I'm leery of going in other places because they never really tell the truth about the driver-facing camera. Oh, no, we never even look at you. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm sure that they do. So anyway, so that's all right. It's not a great thing, but it's okay. Most of the time I make decent money here. Most of the time, not all the time. Especially when I go home. Then I make crappy money. And then sometimes I have to sit when I don't think I should. Freight is a little bit slow over here, like it is everywhere. Rates they've gone down. So because Bay and Bay had to bid lower, everybody's had to bid lower. What was it? Knight Swift just cut 250 trucks, and they cut the drivers and I saw this on the Alex My Mother Trucker. And he was saying that it was people who were late to their appointments and stuff like that. They didn't have the best driving records. They had a lot of points or whatever, and so they took those people. So it's not that easy to change jobs these days. And besides that, everybody wants to pay crappy because rates are paying crappy. So I think one of them offered me 43 cents a mile. I'm making 60 now. They said, oh, yeah, but you're going to get a whole bunch of miles. I was like, no, because I'd be working twice as hard for half the money. So I just don't see it. So over here, though, I like that we have paid vacation days and paid personal days, paid sick days, and we can go on the app and see, you have accrued X days you need to use by this date. And I like that. That's pretty plain. I don't mean plain as in average. I mean clear. That's pretty clear. I like that. I like the terminals that we have in Egan. I like going in there and playing pinball and Pac-Man and Galaga and doing my laundry, and I'm usually the only one over there. And I really don't like running reefer, because every other place that I've worked, we have to deliver in the middle of the night, and that hacks me off because I'm supposed to be sleeping in the middle of the night. And it really wouldn't be bad if they would put the drivers on the overnight deliveries, like get drivers from truck number 1 to 37, and they're overnight for 2 weeks or a month. And then you swap it around, 38 to, 47 or whatever. But this, you got to deliver during the day on this load, and in the middle of the night on that load, and then afternoon on the next load, and then during the day, and middle of the night, morning. I don't like that. My body don't like that. I'm old, and I don't like it. But at this company, I probably have had to deliver in the middle of the night 3 times maybe in a year. So I do like that. I like that we don't have forced dispatch. And I can turn down several loads in a row if they're too short, or I just don't want to go there. They do want an explanation, and sometimes they don't like the explanation that they get, but they do like an explanation. So it's no forced loads. I can leave my truck in the Denton yard, and I live over there in Rome, behind the Pilot, where the Loves and the Pilot are, and my kid is the manager for the Loves. So if I want to, and if it's the middle of the day, I can leave my trailer there while I'm on my home time. So, because I say the middle of the day because it is a Loves, and it's going to pack. It's going to pack up in there, and I won't be able to get a place. But in the middle of the day, I can leave my trailer there, and I always bobtail home. Or if I wasn't leaving my car at home for my cousins to drive, because my cousin not getting a car until the end of the month. He's been driving my car. So I was leaving my car on the yard, which is also cool. So, it's an either or thing. And so Denton's only, I think, 35, maybe 40 minutes, probably 35 minutes from Rome. It's not that far at all to drive. And so the yard is convenient, and that's another thing. Most of the other places like FFE and Stevens, they have yards in Dallas, and that blows. My friend was working out in, where was their yard was, I want to say McKinney, but I think it was more like over there by the TA, Rowlett. And that sucked because, he had to drive on the toll road every day to get to work, or else he'd have to go across 380 through McKinney and Farmersville and all that stuff. And that's a nightmare. Don't ever drive there. Don't ever drive there. So, anyway, unless you like sitting through 2 or 3 red lights at a time, and there's like 5 bazillion of them, because there's nothing but tiny town across that way. But anyway, as back for Bay and Bay, the people are all real nice that work here. My truck doesn't break down here. Everywhere else, my truck has broke down some, and especially Crete. And I don't mean to badmouth Crete, but this is a great comparison. Same equipment. Even at John Christner, we had the Freightliner Cascadias, and they broke down. Mine broke down. It was like, it was a year and a half old maybe. And what have I got right now? I think I've got, so it just turned 2024, and I think I've got a 2023. It's not really all that old, but even so, this never broke down. And, at Crete, I had to quit looking underneath the trailers, guys. I was just looking for trouble. I was sitting in the shop once a week because the trailers didn't have brakes on them, because the drivers don't stop over there. It's one of those places, dime a dozen, so it's nothing special about Crete. I'm not trying to talk bad about Crete. Crete is average in this kind of thing, is what I'm saying. It's normal to get into trailers when you got these bigger fleets, and nobody has stopped to take care of them. But over here, I don't know, I think I've had something wrong with my trailer again, maybe twice in a whole year. And so they have good brakes, they have good tires, they really look out for them over here. And I don't have downtime because I don't spend time in the shop here, and I really like that. And I don't even love the Freightliners, but it don't break down, so we get along. And as you can see, I have it all decked out with my stuff, my horsey stuff. So my horse all passed away now, but I usually have horses because I live out in the country. I miss having horses, but that's like if I was rich enough to own a boat. I'm just never home to ride in a boat or ride a horse or have a motorcycle. I'm going to get a trike. I'm on a trike. But I don't have a place to put it because I live in a mobile home, and I don't have a garage. So I can't have that even if I was home to drive it. But I digress. This is a decent job, and they appreciate us too. On Driver Appreciation Week, they cooked for us. Thanksgiving, they cooked for us, I think all week at all the terminals. And so I was able to hit that up Driver Appreciation Week twice. And it was never like, oh, you've already eaten. It was come on in. And, and they were cooking hamburgers out on the grill for us. And we had chips inside and, all the fixings, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, pickles, all that good stuff. And they even had a giant Yeti with, Cokes in it. And they had a food truck come out. And, and we always got drinks with it. It was a very complete thing. And then we went inside and we got nice thick t-shirt and a cap and a toboggan, and they weren't cheap stuff. That's what I like about this place. When they give us stuff, it's not cheap stuff, it's good stuff. So they really care about us. They talk a lot about respecting the drivers, treating us with respect. They thank us for what we do all the time, so we feel appreciated. And they have an open door policy, so you can go right in there at Egan when you're in there, and it's during the day and people are there, and just walk right in and talk to whoever you need to, and you're not going to be in trouble, pushed away, treated like you're an interruption or anything like that. So I also like that a lot. I do not feel like a number over here. I think they told us in orientation they have about 500 trucks. So they do lease purchase as well, and they do percentage, or you can go by the mile. So you're paid for your loaded and your empty miles. And one of my friends, he's on percentage. He swears by it. One of my friends, he's on by the mile, and he likes that better. He started out on percentage, and he went over to by the mile. So they both think they're doing the best thing. So I guess it just depends on you and what you think. But the rates have gone down. In my opinion, it's not a good time to do lease purchase anyway. Just be a company driver, and so I get, of course, all the benefits. But I'm glad that I've got short-term disability and long-term disability, and that's another thing when I'm looking for a job. I want both of those because my back has started to hurt. I've got hardware in it, and I Googled it, so I already know what the doctor's going to say. After 10 years, if your back starts hurting, they just go in there and take the hardware out. Well, it's 6 weeks for recovery, and so I want that short-term disability. And, and that's another reason that I'm hesitant about changing jobs. But, because I have looked into changing jobs when I get disgruntled, I get really emotional. Have y'all seen my video, Confessions of a Naughty Truck Driver? Okay, so y'all can imagine when I have to sit for a day and a half and I don't have a load, which happens to all of us sometimes, especially on the weekends when the freight is slower. And I'd be like, I spend my time looking for a job. But they put up with me here, and that's another thing. So I also like that. Most of our stuff is candy and gum, and it's really, really nice to have OS&D, which is overshort and damaged. Most of y'all know, and it's cases and cases of M&Ms. Oh my God, jackpot! Woo woo! So that's another thing. When I go into Egan, there's a big refrigerator with those kind with the freezers in the bottom that is a drawer that pulls out, and people put their frozen OS&D in there. So like I'll go in there and I'll get mashed potatoes, or I got some TV dinners that were fish on rice, and I thought, I don't know, but it was really good. So I got that. I got some frozen biscuits, and got some ice cream, and of course I got some M&Ms. Last time I went in there, somebody had too much OS&D M&Ms, and they were the great big bags, like you'd fill up a candy jar with them. This is not what you would eat in one sitting, and there was 5 cases. So I took 3, and I brought them home, and I gave them all out to my friends and everything, and everybody's all happy. When I get the small M&Ms, I give those to the people at the guard shack and the people who are signing the bills and stuff. It just spreads happiness. It's just really wonderful. So I do like that about this job, but that, the OS&D, it gives me a chance, and I've got my leaf blower, so cleaning out the reefer is not a problem. And again, I'm looking off over like I'm watching birds or something, because this light is, oh my gosh. Next time I'm probably going to use the flashlight again. Anyway, so if anybody decides to come to work at Bay & Bay, and I don't specifically recommend it, but I don't not recommend it either, because it's not the perfect place to work, but it's definitely not the worst place to work. It's got a lot going for it. My driver code is Brada, Brada, because my last name's Brady, and first name's Antoinette, so that's somehow a conundrum of my last name. Or you could just tell them my name too. That would work. I don't even know what I get. I'm not trying to get anything, but if I can get something, then I want it. Hey man, why not? Anyway, so that's about that, and that's everything that's going on in my world, and I want you guys to comment down below and tell me what you guys are doing these days and how y'all liking y'all's job, and say something, because I always try to answer everybody back and have a lot of fun at it. So thanks for watching my video, and I'm sorry that I keep looking everywhere but at you, and maybe you're not looking at my video and you're just listening to it, so then that would be even better. Anyway, everybody have a great time, and again, put a like on my video, I don't know why, and subscribe to my channel for absolutely no reason but so that I can annoy you by looking off into the wild blue yonder yet again on my next video. Bye. Look at that. You can see that light in my glasses. See that? Look at that. It's not UFOs. These are not UFO orbs. Okay, I'm signing off now, for real. Gone.